It's been pretty weird so far with the classic games on PS4, PS5, and I've said before I don't want a trophy mandate for these games in the interest of getting more games on the service, so whether it's PS Plus Premium or buying them a la carte on PSN, I just want more classics over trophy support, right? That's the general idea, and we're not really seeing that happen so far. And even weirder is that Sony is going back to the few games they have done, and now they're getting trophies, so I don't know what their approach is, but I still do like earning trophies, so let's play some PSP stuff tonight on PS5 and earn some new platinums. So let's start off with Super Stardust Portable, one of my favorite franchises out there, a twin-stick shooter, or in this case, a one-stick shooter with the face buttons on console, but I believe I've called this Delta before on LTPS, which I hate when I kind of do that. In my head, it's like interchangeable because they're both on portables, but Delta is a PS Vita game. Anyway, if we're talking about games that recently got patched for trophies, there's only 3 so far. That would be this game, No Heroes Allowed on PSP, and also Jumping Flash on PlayStation 1. And I kind of want to play PSP stuff tonight. I don't know. We'll see. But No Heroes Allowed is that one might actually take a few hours, because the one thing that we went over when we did a video on a bunch of the PS1 games. This was right around the time when PS Plus relaunched, and we actually saw that some of those games do have trophies. Super cool, I'm not going to complain. That's why I played those games at the time. And it was so awesome to have platinums for, Siphon Filter, Hot Shots, and things like that. But it's like, we saw that the trophy lists for those games were pretty easy, very simple, especially if you're going to be utilizing rewinds and save states. I mean, we're talking about games that you can do in an hour, maybe a little bit longer. It depends on the nature of that game. Like, if you know how to go through Siphon Filter like the back of your hand, that game takes like an hour. But anyway, the point is, this is something where Sony, and you can see this historically throughout like the variations of their patents on how they're adding trophies to these games that are just running under emulation. They're using a few different key points in the game to they're finding specific safe trigger points that don't get themselves sort of mixed up with other areas of the game. It's kind of hard to describe right now, right? But they could do something as simple as sort of identifying a key point, like almost like a screenshot in the game, right? It's like when I get 10 bombs in this game, when that 9 in the corner ticks over to a 10, that's a trigger point, and that's where I'm going to get the trophy for having 10 bombs. But that's just one way they add trophies to older emulated titles without necessarily touching the underlying code of the game. But having said that, that's why the trophy lists for these games tend to be very simple and not very complex. And that's also why it sort of lends itself to a very easy game at the end of the day, because you can't do something that's a little bit more complex. Oh, my shield's off. I'm going to try to not use rewinds for this game. At least I'm not necessarily going for a high score, but that's like the fun of these games. That's what I always love about them. They're just so fun to go for a high score. But this is like the... actually, you know what? To be honest, though, this game would be very difficult if it weren't for the rewind and save state. Because it's like the same list as Super Stardust HD. And I know a lot of folks actually struggle with that game. If you're not good at like twin stick shooters, right? Getting like a 10 times multiplier is a bit difficult when the game gets very chaotic in the later planets. So this game actually would be, I think, tough for a lot of people, if not for the fact that you can rewind this particular version of the game. There we go. Lord. Oh, I just got it right off that. I was having trouble remembering how to... I don't know what button changed my weapon. There we go, I got Tokenizer. This game is pretty interesting, though, in that it's principally the full game on PSP. Ooh, screwed. I already got that. Oh, yeah, it's 10 bombs. But it's also a PSP PSN title. There is no physical copy of this game. There's not many titles like that. It's kind of one of those late life cycle PSP games where like PSN became a thing on PSP and you could buy digital games on PSP, right? We're talking the sort of PSP Go era, if you will. I was about to start using bombs for a second because I'm like, oh, maybe the... No! Okay, never mind. Oh, I hate that you lose so much leverage with the face buttons, man. It's just so... It's not hard, but it's just not ideal. Without a doubt, one of the biggest game-changer reasons why you should get a PlayStation Vita for PlayStation Portable stuff is being able to remap face buttons to the analog stick. Why this is not part of the accessibility options on PlayStation 5, I really do not know. But if we're going to be putting PSP stuff on PlayStation 5 and 4, it needs to be there. I have a sneaking suspicion that I'm going to die on this planet. The roundness of the world is too small on this version of the game. So all the turrets that shoot projectiles, they show up on the other end of the screen so fast. I just messed up the boost again, I think. Oh, got it. Okay, never mind. Oh, got it. There we go. Alright, that's the dangerous one. Hero of Tyrannus. Saurus Rex. Alright, last planet. We don't have to... Oh, I lost my shield already? We don't have to loop on this one, I think. That's pretty much it. And then we can just do some of the miscellaneous ones. Yeah, I'm about to be bomb happy here, because I'm just trying to get to the... I'm literally just trying to get the boss done at this point. And I lost my shield again. I got super cocky and like wasted all my lives, so I really cannot biff this right now. Oh, so close. Wow, I used my last bomb too. I used everything. Oh, just barely. Yay, I did it. Alright, now we gotta... Well, it loops over, which I don't need to do, but we got some cleanup now. So we did main arcade. Most of the... Well, we gotta do this. Collect 5... Oh, I didn't do that! 5 shield tokens while already having a shield. I wonder if that... You would assume that tracks, right? So, gotta do that again. Then planet without boost... You could probably rewind that, couldn't you? Collect 5 shield tokens while already having a shield. I feel like I definitely did it in the... Well, maybe not. I don't know. I feel like I did it in the last one, but maybe not. Oh! Extra ship! That's gonna be a shield. Really? I still didn't get it? Interesting. I still did not... Another shield, but I still didn't get the trophy. I feel like that was definitely 5. It would be interesting if rewinding nullifies that, but it shouldn't, because rewind doesn't stop anything else from popping. Or are we just faced with a situation where I don't know how to count to 5? Because it feels like I would have gotten it by now. How is that not 5? Was that another shield? And I still didn't get the trophy? Something is not right here, man. Oh, hold on. There's another one. Something ain't right. The pieces aren't welding together true here. That was definitely more than 5. This trophy's not unlocking. Shield Blaster for PS5 is broken. I changed my PS5 system language to English, and after playing the game in English, the trophy started to work. Well, I'm already set to English, so... Let me try swapping that. And swapping back to English. That's it. Okay. I got it. Alright, well that was a little unusual that I just changed my language and that worked, but... Guess we'll move on. Let's do Bomber. Get 15 bombs. That one's always pretty fun. This is a mode where you can only use bombs. You can only use bombs. Which means you just kind of have to wait. Try to survive as long as you can. Wait for another ship to come down. Try to strategically bomb near more bombs. And also this would be... Or you could just wait for that to happen too. But this is going to be super easy with Rewind. I remember the first time, like, yeah, this would be like, look, I can just go back. This was like super... I remember doing this the first time on PlayStation 3 when this was the first game that got trophies. And, yeah, this definitely takes a few attempts for sure. Nice. Yeah, that's kind of the play. If you can find a way to cluster yourself and then wait for bombs to come to you. Or if it just, you know, if you've got the two ships lined up and you can spend a bomb to get more. What do we gotta do now? Survival, that's 7 minutes, and what else? And don't die, right? Just 10 nukes. No, survival is 45 seconds without shooting or using bombs. Yeah, simple enough. First try. Okay, now we gotta go to Endless. 2 more. I think it's gone. Oop, up, 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 up. Yes, I got it. Oh, wait, no, wait, that's for surviving, right? Okay. Oh, that didn't pause the game either. Alright, well, at least I can safely die now. Oh, my. I say, I don't think I barely did like 5 nukes, it feels like. Oh, it'd be so cool if this was over. There we go. Oh, it was on my last life, too. I was about to say, where's the platinum? There we go. Super Stardust Hero. I got a nice little platinum animation. Whew. Alright. Yeah, this, I love this game. It gets my, like, you know, like your adrenaline going. Even with the safety net, you just get, like, so pumped up, but so fun. So Pinball Heroes is... I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for. I guess nostalgic. Not for the game itself, though, but for the games it's representing, right? Like, I had this game. You could, you know, download the tables separately. So it was like it was DLC again back then. That was kind of, you know, very early and unusual for a portable. But eventually this came out on PlayStation Vita as kind of like a complete edition of the game, so you could get all the tables for like one price. Right off the bat, you just gotta play the game. You just gotta play the table. But I mean, it's a bunch of PlayStation properties for pinball tables. So like, you know, what's not to like? Not really much of a pinball person myself. I occasionally like it, you know. I enjoy real tables. Real tables are fun. They're ungodly expensive, so I'm really only ever playing them in an arcade setting, but I like real tables, not so much virtual pinball, although my favorite pinball game is easily Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire pinball on Game Boy Advance. Yeah, see, I keep triggering a bunch of these in-game trophies, which a lot of games back then had, oddly enough. And they weren't always tied directly to the real trophy system, but... What am I like? I know most of this is simple. You just got to beat every high score on each table. You have to play each table, beat the high score on each table. Is there anything else? High score, high score, high score. Tilt 10 times. Hit both flippers simultaneously. That'll come naturally. Fully plunge 50. Bounce the ball with the flipper. Yeah, this is going to be like a cakewalk. I don't really mind the view that follows the ball around. But this is why, okay, straight up, I don't mind rewinding on a pinball game. Maybe it's just me, but am I wrong in saying that pinball has RNG at play? How are you supposed to stop that? It's like I have to go too far. I have to go far back to prevent that from happening. This is why I'm not really a big pinball guy. Somebody's got to, if I'm wrong, correct me. But I feel like I don't have control in a pinball game. Like there's no, I have no leverage. What is stopping? What can I do to prevent the ball from going to like the far left or the far right lanes where there's just, once they get in there, like you just lost the ball? Or if it goes right down the very center in between the flippers, how do you prevent that? That's what I don't like about pinball. See, like, hey, how do you stop that? Somebody explain to me how you stop that. You don't, do you? If you're a pinball fanatic, I feel like you enjoy bullshit. I guess there's the whole tilting thing, right? Like, where does that come into play? Is that frowned upon? Well, there it goes. The far right lane. I can't do nothing about it. Okay. So I think that's it. I think we're done here. See, it was so cool. Like Fat Princess, Mod Nation, Pain, High Velocity Bowling, Hot Shots, Drake's Fortune, Wipeout. Like, it's just, it's cool. I like that also, you know, San Diego Studio had to get all these assets from the other teams, right? Maybe not so much like in the art department. I'm sure they had like reference material and things, but like definitely sound effects. Maybe it's just me, but this one was an easy one to get done. I'm already at like 60,000. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that was quick. Oh, that was real fast. Golf. 4. Jeez, Melissa, your litter box is so loud. Oh my god, pinball. Oh my god, pinball. Yay. I gotta get this on disc. I think I've said before in like a super old video, I'm like, oh, this game is digital only, but no, it's got a disc. I'll tell you, Melissa, points do not accumulate fast on this table. Oh, geez, wow. So I could have ended this like a while ago. Like a real long time ago. I guess I've been insisting on like doing it and not losing balls, but like if you just keep a high score going the whole time without losing a ball, then you could just lose the ball and then all those multipliers kick in. Oh, got it. That one must have been on the lower end. Now, Pain was my jam. It's such a silly, ridiculous game that I occasionally still like to fire up. And it's also a ridiculously hard PSN 100%. I will say when it comes to the original Pain's trophy list, I have the one trophy that's called Harder Dick's Balls. And I was determined to get that particular trophy because, you know, it's like silly. But, man, it took a lot of attempts. And it was just so dumb. Where you have to, like, hit a billboard with a bunch of sporting, like, giant sporting goods. Well, like, a bunch of... In the context of a billboard, it's got, like, a bunch of, you know, like a tennis ball and things like that on there, right? And you're supposed to launch the character, grab the giant statues of those sporting goods and then get them into a dumpster in the back, and you have to do it all in one go without resetting the scene, which was so tough. But anyway, let's go back to... We're done here, so... Let's go to Fat Princess. A PSN game that I love. This game's so fun. It's such a good multiplayer game. Not really a multiplayer guy, but this game is awesome.
The princess has been rescued.
Hey, I got it. Well, you get a lot of points for doing that. That's it. Platinum. Sweet. It's a fun game. Just not much of a pinball person, that's all. No heroes allowed. So I really like this game. It's so fun. I feel like if you watch gameplay of it, you're kind of put off by like what it's going for, but well, first, the original title of this was like Holy Invasion of Privacy, Badman, What Did I Do to Deserve This? And then they changed it to this, which is a bit more simple after, because this is like the third or fourth entry or something. But, yeah, right here, Badman. Main dungeon. So there's story, training. You gotta, like, do all these, basically. And there's, like, a dossier. There we go. Already earned a trophy there. Browsy Almanac for the first time. But you're basically defending the bad guy in this game. Yeah, see, this guy's no good. Look at him. So, we gotta protect this guy, right? And we do that by digging, like, underground chambers, right? Getting trophies left and right here. And we spawn some monsters, spawn some hazards. So once the hero shows up, we take our evil lord and try to stick him somewhere safe. Guess right there. It's been a while since I played. I don't really remember much of the dynamics of this game. Let's see, now it's like an auto... Like, you sort of prepare ahead of time, and then it's going to auto-play, and you can intervene in between, but... This is basically the game, and it gets a lot harder from here, but... There we go, so he's dead. Got him. And that's it. So now I'll be doing this for a while. Slime of life. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. We got a silver as Melissa's walking past the desk. Yo, I got a tree monster. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. Unexpected open. Just invite them right away. Oh, what the, oh, it's a pixie. I gotta figure out how to spawn stuff before I can seriously go after clearing these levels. Yep, they done did them. They done got them. So to kind of give you like a brief rundown here, now that I understand the systems of the game a bit better, it's they explain it as a food chain, which, you know, now it's like starting to all click back for me, but you've got this general hierarchy of how things grow and evolve in the dungeon, and that's basically your ace in the hole here. Here's the food chain, right? So you have to, when you're looking at that full dungeon, you have to cultivate all these things and make sure everything's kind of all, you know, growing organically and eating each other the way they're supposed to, and mutating. The game, this game is like so much more deep than I recall, though, probably because I was a bit younger and not paying attention nearly as much, but I would say this is 100%, if you're going to play a PSP game, of the few that are on PS5 right now, this is one to do. Because it also aged beautifully on, you know, if you're just up-resing it right, it's just a bunch of pixel art, so it looks crisp, nice. It's not, you know, out of the ordinary here, so it's a fun game for sure. So this is a gold trophy. This is in the training mode, and this boss is like super hard. Like 100%, this is a game that's like about a lot of experimentation. So I got it. Now that was not my strategy. Thank you to Drogit on YouTube. That was a gold. It should be a gold. There it is. Cheaters never win. Oh, well, I kind of... So with all of that, I'm not going to be able to get the platinum in this video. I got to get this up because I've got just bigger things that are, you know, like next week and then the following week with PSVR 2 coming up. But a lot of fun. So I still got like a few more to go. I'll clean this up for sure. I'm at 90%, so really most of it's the story mode and then finishing the almanac where I just have to run into more unique monsters. But this is such a super fun game. I feel like it goes under the radar, especially for what is a, you know, your typical kind of niche Japan studio type game. So I have this is a big recommend from me. But just in general, PSP stuff on PS4, PS5, it's awesome. I really want more games. And as nice as it is to have trophy support as a kind of like a validation of going back to these titles, I want more games, period. So these 3 games, I like them, but there are so many other fantastic PSP games that we could get. Hopefully we'll see more eventually, and if they have trophies, even better. But thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and if you haven't just yet, please consider subscribing for the best PlayStation news, reviews, and updates, and more trophy videos like these that are here on YouTube. And you can also follow me on Twitter at Mystic Ryan, and that is it. I will see you all in my next video. You take it easy.